Whether it's 2D, 3D, traditional, or CGI animation you want, 2020's got it all and more. Hi, I'm Emily and welcome to MsMojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 anticipated animated movies of 2020.
What happened here? Did you give him boobs?
It was an accident.
Those are clearly arms, Clyde.
Look, it's my daughter's favorite toy. Please, just help us out.
For this list, we're looking at animated films set to be released next year, though keep in mind release dates are subject to change. Number 10, Over the Moon. Release date to be announced 2020. Glenn Keane was the character animator for some of Disney's most iconic protagonists, from Ariel in The Little Mermaid to Rapunzel in Tangled.
Alone at last.
As of late, Keane's been branching out with animated shorts like Duet and the Academy Award-winning Dear Basketball. Keane's feature directorial debut puts a contemporary spin on a Chinese myth, centering on a girl who takes off in her homemade rocket in search of the moon goddess. This musical adventure is being produced at Pearl Studio, which has worked on various DreamWorks projects like Abominable.
Everest, look, make a wish. No, they're for wishing.
The distribution is being handled by Netflix, which has made a significant impression on the animation front as of late, with films like Klaus and I Lost My Body. We're already over the moon for this one.
Mr. Klaus, wait! This... Think of all the joy you'll bring their miserable little lives. Look, here. Poor little hair leaf. He only has sticks and stones to play with. So sad.
Number 9, The SpongeBob Movie. Sponge on the Run. Release date May 22nd, 2020. The third theatrical SpongeBob movie is a first for the franchise, transitioning from traditional animation to a stylized CG look. The plot is reminiscent of the episode Have You Seen the Snail, where Gary ran away from home. Gary has once again gone missing, although this time he's been snail-napped.
Gary's been snail-napped!
Along with Patrick, SpongeBob sets out to find his beloved pet in the lost city of Atlantic City.
This is gonna be like a buddy movie.
Oh, I love your sense of irony, Patrick.
Thank you. I love my sense of ironing too.
While the show's main voiceover cast will reprise their roles, the film also features big names like Snoop Dogg, Awkwafina, and the all-knowing Keanu Reeves.
Hello. Call me Sage.
Good name.
I'm made out of sage and I am a sage, so it works out pretty well.
The film additionally serves as something of a backdoor pilot for a television spin-off entitled Camp Coral, which will focus on a 10-year-old SpongeBob's days at summer camp. Number 8, Trolls World Tour. Release date April 17th, 2020.
If Barb collects all the strings, our music will be destroyed.
If you've seen the musical TV series Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, you know that Rachel Bloom was born to voice an animated villainess.
I'm the villain in my own story. I'm the witch in my own tale.
In the sequel to Trolls, Bloom plays the punky Queen Barb, who wishes to wipe out all other music genres in favor of hardcore rock.
I'm gonna unite the 6 strings and destroy all music, except for rock!
Poppy and Branch, once again voiced by Anna Kendrick and Justin Timberlake respectively, thus travel to the other music-based kingdoms to unite them all in harmony. This premise not only makes leeway for a lot of different musical styles, ranging from techno to funk, but a wide variety of inventive visuals as well. We're the first film painted with all the colors of a rainbow. Trolls World Tour looks like it'll pack in more color than a Crayola factory.
Smooth jazz troll? It's like I'm being paralyzed by smoothness.
Poppy? I can't feel my face.
Number 7, Bob's Burgers, the movie. Release date July 17th, 2020. The Belcher family is going to Hollywood. According to creator Lauren Bouchard, quote, "The movie has to scratch every itch the fans of the show have ever had, but it also has to work for all the good people who've never seen the show." Bouchard has also hinted that the film may delve into how Louise got her legendary rabbit ear hat. Louise's nightlight Coochie Kopi is also likely to factor into the movie's plot.
There he is.
Oh no.
For anyone who still has Electric Love stuck in their head, you'll be happy to know that Bob's Burgers the movie will serve up plenty of musical moments.
Wow, did Gene write this?
God, I want what they have. It's so romantic.
We can only assume that means Gene will be breaking out his keyboard and fart sound effects. Number 6. Minions: The Rise of Gru. Release date July 3rd, 2020. Say it with us. Whatever your thoughts on the Minions are, most people would agree that they work best when felonious Gru is in the mix. This follow-up to 2015's Minions will explore how the little yellow menaces became loyal followers of a younger Gru.
And that is how the Minions found their new boss. He was cunning, he was evil, he was perfect, he was despicable.
This means we're inclined to see more of Gru being a despicable villain before he was a dedicated family man.
I am the greatest supervillain of all time!
Oh, were you?
Steve Carell returns as Gru, while Pierre Colfin naturally voices the Minions. Colfin was also the director of the past 4 films in this franchise, although he hands the reins over to Kyle Balda this time around. Balda is co-directing The Rise of Gru with Brad Abelson, who worked as a storyboard artist for several years on The Simpsons. Number 5. The Croods 2. Release date December 23rd, 2020.
You really need to see this.
The Croods was a financial success and an Oscar nominee for Best Animated Feature. Although a sequel quickly went into development, the project's fate grew increasingly uncertain during NBC Universal Comcast's acquisition of DreamWorks. It was even announced in 2016 that the movie had gone the way of the dinosaurs.
Let me clarify, Eep. The world is ending.
What?
I'm calling it the end.
Dun, dun, dun.
The following year, however, the film re-entered production with Joel Crawford of Trolls Holiday directing. Along with the original's cast, The Croods 2 will introduce a few new characters voiced by Kelly Marie Tran, Leslie Mann, and Peter Dinklage. Before leaving DreamWorks for Sony, former director Kirk D'Amico said motherhood would be a key theme.
I'm loving this.
While the plot may have evolved since then, we can expect to see the Croods clash with a rival family called the Bettermans. Number 4. Scoob. Release date May 15th, 2020.
His name's Scooby.
Middle name?
Doobie?
Last name?
Do.
Scooby-Doo has starred in numerous movies over the decades, although his theatrical outings have all been in live action. Scoob remains faithful to the long-running franchise's animated roots, albeit with a CG update from the talented hands at Real Effects Creative Studios. The great Frank Welker is back voicing Scooby, although Warner Brothers is enlisting household names to voice the 4 human members of the gang. Among the cast are Will Forte as Shaggy, Zac Efron as Fred, Amanda Seyfried as Daphne, and Gina Rodriguez as Velma. This film will not only serve as an origin story for Scooby and Mystery Incorporated, but also a potential launching point for a Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe.
Do you realize where we are?
No.
Look around, man. The clean, modern aesthetic, the cool blue color palette. We're in
IKEA.
the Falcon Fury. Did you say IKEA?
Nope, I said Falcon Fury.
So don't be surprised if you see the likes of Dick Dastardly, the Blue Falcon, and Captain Caveman. Number 3. Soul. Release date June 19th, 2020.
Don't waste your time on all the junk of life. What am I doing?
Working on Inside Out, director Pete Docter and Pixar came up with a ton of creative ideas that ultimately got left on the cutting room floor. One can't help but wonder if some of those ideas will find a second life in Soul, which has a similar setup.
So what do you want to be remembered for?
Where Inside Out was all about the inner workings of the human mind, however, Docter's latest film is an exploration of humanity's spiritual side. Jamie Foxx voices Joe, a middle school teacher who wants to be remembered for his jazz skills. Joe may miss his chance at the big time, though, when an accident leaves his soul separated from his physical self. With echoes of Up and Coco as well, plan on bringing tissues into this one.
Can you fit me in? Whoa, sorry.
Number 2. Onward. Release date March 6th, 2020.
If it's adventure you seek, you've come to the right tavern.
Oh no.
After a decade of primarily producing sequels, Pixar is moving onward with, well, Onward. One of 2 original Pixar movies we'll be getting this year, the other of course being Soul. This buddy picture blurs the lines between reality and fantasy. If you couldn't get enough of Spider-Man and Star-Lord in Infinity War, you're in luck. Tom Holland and Chris Pratt voice a pair of elf brothers who try resurrecting their father.
I definitely remember Dad having a top part. Oh, what did I do? Hi.
Let's just say that they do a halfway decent job, leaving them with only a day to complete the spell.
We only have 24 hours to bring the rest of him back.
Until then, ta-da!
Oh, that's great! Dad, you look just like I remember.
It's rare that we see Pixar delve into high fantasy territory, which should make Onward a unique experiment. At the same time, we can expect the studio's signature heart, humor, and magic. I saw some scenes from Soul, Onward, and our number 1 pick at the D23 Expo, and I'm telling you guys, you're not ready for how much you're gonna cry. Anyways, here are some other movies I am going to be rushing to see in theaters before we get to the number 1 I simply cannot wait for.
She brings you cheer. How's the world? How's the world?
Well, there was nothing I wanted to say that I thought you'd understand. And there still isn't.
All right, that does it. You little... Boy, you get me angry.
Oh, Candace. All the times I called you delusional and mocked you to my friends behind your back. All those journals I filled with an eye towards stand-up comedy. But you were telling the truth.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Raya and the Last Dragon. Release date November 25th, 2020. Interestingly enough, 2020 will see the release of 2 animated features about dragons. Wish Dragon, a collaboration between Sony Pictures Animation and Jackie Chan's Sparkle Roll Media, is a modern twist on the genie in a bottle trope.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck!
In Disney's Raya and the Last Dragon, Awkwafina voices a water dragon who can take on a human form. Cassie Steele stars as the titular Raya, a warrior who sets out to find the last dragon in the mystical land of Kumandra. Adele Lim of Crazy Rich Asians scribed the script, while Paul Briggs and Dean Wellens make their feature directorial debuts. In addition to various Disney films, Briggs also notably worked on a couple of episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender, another Western animation with a strong Eastern influence. I'm seriously so happy to see all these original ideas seeing the light of day. Anyway, which animated movie are you most excited to see? Let us know in the comments, subscribe to MsMojo, and while you're at it, check out this other great video.